The total number of coronavirus cases in the country increased to 11,439 on Wednesday, including 377 deaths. Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla wrote to the states and union territories to ensure strict compliance with consolidated revised guidelines on lockdown measures to contain the COVID-19 epidemic. States and union territories cannot dilute restrictions imposed via the guidelines. BJP leader Kirit Somaiya has written a letter to Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh seeking an investigation into yesterday's gathering in Bandra. Earlier, a man named Vinay Dubey, who's a self-proclaimed labour leader, was arrested for allegedly instigating migrant labourers to gather in massive numbers at Mumbai's Bandra station, flouting all norms of social distancing and endangering the state's fragile fight to curb COVID-19, which has ravaged Maharashtra. It's believed Dubey's viral videos on social media could have prompted the gathering. 3 FIRs have been registered in this case, 1 against the gathering, 2 against Dubey, and the third FIR was against ABP correspondent Rahul Kulkarni for his news report railways will be running trains for migrants. The Ministry of Home Affairs has issued new guidelines over lockdown until May 3rd. The main area of thrust is the rural economy, so industries operating in rural areas, including food processing industries, construction of roads, irrigation projects, buildings and industrial projects in rural areas, works under MNREGA with priority to irrigation and water conservation works, and operation of rural common service centres have all been allowed. These and other select activities can resume post a review on April 20th in areas that are not COVID-19 hotspots. As per revised MHA guidelines, face masks have been made compulsory in all public spaces. Spitting is strictly prohibited and it is punishable with a fine. Gatherings such as marriages and funerals will remain regulated by the district magistrate. There is a strict ban on sale of liquor, gutkha and tobacco. All central ministries and departments and their subordinate offices will start functioning from April 20th with 100% attendance of officials in the rank of Deputy Secretary and above, while 33% of the rest of the staff are to be present in the offices. The notification issued by the Home Ministry, however, says that ministries like Defence, Health and Family Welfare and government arms like Food Corporation of India, the various central paramilitary forces will start functioning with full strength. Domestic airlines have again decided not to refund customers in cash for their cancelled flights and instead offer them rescheduling of tickets for a later date without any additional fee. However, most of the airlines had been taking bookings except national carrier Air India for domestic flights for the period beyond April 14th, even though resumption remained uncertain. The aviation industry has been hardest hit by the lockdown and may surge fares when operations resume, as they will need to operate on lower capacity. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan said that the government will send monetary aid to workers from the state who are stuck elsewhere. He said MP will transfer ₹1,000 in accounts of such workers. They will be able to withdraw it wherever they are. He urged people's representatives to make a list of all such people and send it to the Chief Minister's office or District Collector's office. The assistance will then be dispersed when the list is received. Republic has reported that Nizamuddin Markaz's Maulana Saad Kandhalvi, along with others, has now been booked under the stringent IPC sections on culpable homicide charges on Wednesday. Along with this, lookout circular has been issued against 2,000 foreign tablighis by the officials. US President Donald Trump cut off funding to the World Health Organization, accusing the UN body of mishandling the coronavirus crisis. China criticized the decision, saying WHO plays an irreplaceable role in the global health, and the US decision to halt its funding will undermine international cooperation in the fight against COVID-19, affecting countries including the United States.